Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Weekly Review. So it's been a while, and how have you guys all been doing? So last week I took some trades. I've actually been having, luckily been having some winning streak. So let's go over last week. When did the week started? Um, okay. From so I took a trade on the 21st of March. This is the trade right here on the group. You know, it went well. And I also, while I was holding it, I took another trade. This might not be this might not be more of technical analysis, but there's something I need to mention here. So we learn every day in trading, no matter how good you are, no matter how bad you are, no matter how profitable you already are, no matter how profitable you're already becoming, you learn every day because markets is a stream of knowledge. Every opportunity is unique. There is nothing identical about either opportunities or either of your experiences in the market. There is always something different and something new to learn. So while I was holding this first trade, I entered this new trade upon price reaching the golden zone. There were some certain criteria that were put into consideration before executing the sell. Some entry patterns, some other confirmations. So this trade almost took me out. If you check, if you check this, if you check the week right here, it almost took me out, but I held it still. I trusted my analysis, and also I also expressed my knowledge of probability. Once you have this belief that the market is a game of probability, so even if you lose or win, if you lose, you don't let it get to your heart, and if you win, you don't let it get to your head. So he ranged for over 7 days. This is this was when it was ranging, and eventually, after I said finally playing out, after ranging for over 7 days. So let me, yeah, this was when it's played out completely. The two trades, can you see? That was the two trades that was executed on GBPJPY. So, and then again, I entered another buy trade, which equally ended in profit, and I closed. Ah, I closed the three trades in profit. So let me go on the chart. So when we check the daily, the GBPJPY have been trading up for a while. So If you go to the 4 hours, this is a zone that has been respected. You know, the demand zone that has pushed to the upside, and the market came back to make like a sweep of liquidity before shooting up. You see? So, looking at the current trade, the most probable key level the market would likely reverse from is right here. So let's assume this hasn't happened. Let's assume this hasn't happened. So marking the zone, now this is the push phase. This move right here from here to here is a push phase. And as we all know, if when we have a push phase, we must certainly have an exhaustion phase, which means when the market goes up, it comes down. It's just like the law of gravity. The difference between the market and the law of gravity being applicable to real life is that when you throw something up right now, it comes down immediately. But the market, you can't tell when exactly it will come down, but it will surely come down. The market can't trend forever. The market can be bullish forever. It can be bearish forever. When you're having a series of higher highs and higher lows would also equally produce a series of lower lows and lower highs. That's just how it works, buying and selling. So after we have this push phase, now let's go to the 1 hour. There is nothing that interests me. Yeah, can you see it? This is actually a demand zone as well, but it's not valid. There are series of demand zones and supply zones that is not valid. Equally, there are series of key level zones that are not valid. And as a trader, you want to deal with confluence and what will give you the most chance of winning. You don't know if something will work or not, but you have an edge that you've tested over time, and you want to, play with something that has the most probability of playing out. So if you see, this was a demand zone. So like I said, let's assume this mark zone has not existed yet. So the demand zone failed and created a supply zone. And the supply zone didn't fail, and the supply zone wasn't created alone. We have imbalance. This is an imbalance. And if you notice something as well, the price actions here are too choppy. They don't have momentum. They don't have enough momentum. So this is more like a liquidity pool. This is more like a liquidity pool. The only time momentum came in this price action is when price, I don't know, I think news happened, or it was the first day of the new week on April 1st, so bank holidays. So we have this push. That's when we had this push. After market has been creating some choppy price action. So if you notice, after we have this strong momentum that we've not been having previously over the series of these price actions, the market tapped into this demand zone. Can you see? Now let me delete this. So after market tap into the demand zone, what happened? It pushes up. I took this trade. I didn't send the MT5 setup on the channel, but I did took it. This was when I took the trade. Can you see? And it played out nicely. So back to the chart. So let me zoom in. Let me go to the 15-minute time frame. Actually, my execution on this trade came with, experience, because how I entered is not typically how I would enter most trades. But I saw that there was nothing that price really wants to come and do again, because this is an equal low. If you look very closely, you have an equal low here as well. that that price swept liquidity and then pushes up. So you can put this Asian low range into consideration, but it is what it is. After all, we are all taking risk. So it's either market plays out or not. You just have to move on to the next trade. So I executed around here and I closed. I closed when it gets back, when market go back to this supply zone. Okay, you see? So now another thing I want you to notice as well. After price pushes up and which is the supply zone, what happened? This is not only a supply zone. If I zoom in now, which is what I'm going to do in the next few seconds, this eye here is a session eye. It might look like this is boring, but if you pay attention, I'm actually dropping some gem that you can, add up and add to your trading arsenal. So let me go to the 15 minutes time frame. Can you see? The supply zone happened around Asian range, which means we have an Asian eye that price would likely sweep the liquidity. And what happened? If you trace it back, to the current price action, remember this was Asian eye. So what happened? After price hit, this supply zone, it made sure it sweep the liquidity before actually selling. Can you see? It swept the liquidity and then boom, the movement from the supply zone to this point is close to 150 pips. That's a lot. That's a lot of pips to make money. So if we go on a lower time frame, this is 15 minutes. I'm seeing numerous entry opportunities here. I'm seeing numerous opportunities. So that is, what I think. That's been my bias so far this week. I've just been looking at GBPJPY. I'm not at the interest or the zeal to look for any other pair. So currently what I'm looking for on GBPJPY is this. I'm looking for price to come back to the zone and hopefully give me some reaction. And looking for opportunity, enter patterns to sell. And if price breaks, then I'll be looking to capitalize on opportunity to continue on a bullish trend. So GBPJPY, I can't say yet. let's see what happened. Let's see what happened. I wouldn't want to analyze this yet. So let's see what happened. And you know, I apologize for any imperfection, but that's all I have for you guys this week. And hopefully we'll catch up again next week. So see you guys and have a wonderful weekend and prepare for the new week ahead. So bye.